live in the Friday edition of Fox 5's Like It or Not. Happy to have you here. Tisha Lewis is here tonight in the power chair. That's our friend Sarah Selip joining us over there, putting the politics aside tonight and joining us on the show. And from DC 101, Tamo is with us back in studio. You got to do, because it is, first of all, Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
You got to do a little a panel yesterday with your DC 101 colleagues, right?
Oh, it was fascinating.
Yeah.
So we executive sung was priceless.
And were you like, what am I doing here?
1,000%. You want to talk about imposter syndrome? I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, okay, my name is Tamo. All things went blank. I'm just letting them do the talking.
And the last time Sarah came on, we were talking about empowering women, which is something you've been very active in doing in the political realm.
So I have my own PR firm. I started it when I was 23, and this year I launched a mentorship program network, and later this month I'm launching an editorial website for women in comms to kind of politic, culture, all of the things.
I love it.
So yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow. We love to see it.
We've empowered women sufficiently, so let's fire it up.
Let's move on.
No, we're just starting. We begin with something we rarely see, young people getting involved in the political process. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Jim.
Members of Congress say they've been getting thousands of calls asking them to reconsider a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. TikTok, if you went on the app, they actually gave users a link. You put your zip code in, and it was a link that would say, would you like to call your member of Congress right now? So Tisha, kids and teens are getting involved, but it's to save TikTok. What do you make of it?
Listen, I like it. I like it. Get them involved early. Let them know that they have a voice. I think that, though, what we're seeing, though, is the impact and the gravity that TikTok has on our young people, which I think a lot of people just didn't know how much influence this social media app has. More so than the Facebook. And yes, I said the Facebook and the Twitter and the YouTube. Yeah, I think people just didn't realize until now. Now we're seeing, like, this is a big deal.
I think there were members of Congress who were saying, like, kids were calling and they were saying, hey, what is a congressman? So
Well, at least now we know how to get kids to do things, right? Just get it on TikTok.
Yep.
And we can get them to do whatever.
Exactly.
I'm biting my tongue for political stuff so hard right now, Jim.
Why?
Okay, so shout out to my friend Matt Foldy, who went absolutely wild on Twitter yesterday. From The Spectator, one of the best of the best. He found out that kids were calling from TikTok about the ban, and once it passed, threatening to assassinate members of Congress.
Yeah.
But
isn't that crazy?
What people don't understand when it comes to the TikTok thing, like, sure, it's like what I grew up with YouTube, like finding makeup tutorials, everything like that.
Growing up with YouTube, by the way. Growing up with YouTube.
I was waiting for you to, like, comment on
I have
that
to at least once a show.
But exactly, I'm the baby. But
I was one of the first 5 members on Facebook. .edu.
Wait, that is amazing. It's just people don't understand, and kids don't really have the capacity to do the research to find out that they're reading your notes. Like, when you press agree to go with the terms and conditions, they read your notes, they get access to all pictures, and they own the data. So we're just, I don't know if it's like an
They're reading your notes on your phone, or your notes in
all
TikTok?
of the notes
because we
on your phone.
We give up when you hit the terms of conditions. You give up a lot because you are the we are the product that they are basically selling in the end.
Exactly.
They're giving us the right to their.
I think I'm more embarrassed than mad. Right. I don't want you seeing those photos.
No, exactly. Like, what if those
before the one gets posted on Instagram?
Pictures of my dog.
Yeah, that's it.
Hi, Mom.
That's all.
We want to move on to Eva. She's a Gen Z influencer and a new video on TikTok. It's a guide on where to meet billionaires out in New York, part 1. She goes on to list clubs and bars and restaurants where young women can expect to find a bounty of super wealthy men. A lot of people thought that Eva was providing a service with this information. Sarah, did you look at it the same way?
Okay, so if you want to get rich, work on K Street or move to New York. If you want to be famous, go to Hollywood. We don't have the same sort of thing here. Like, sure, it's great, but, like, are those girls the ones who are actually going to get those guys?
So you're looking at it from the perspective of somebody who's worked in politics. Obviously, you mentioned K Street. I mean, look, as somebody who's spent a lot of time up and down the East Coast here, Do you feel the same way about that?
I feel like, how do I get the $200,000 to join that yearly membership that I want to pay, to where she's suggesting we go to find the billionaires with a B.
Yeah.
And I do think that they're here. I do think that I can go, just tell me where on K Street, is what I'm saying.
What if we do a group funding? Let's like do a crowdfunding just for the three of us.
That's
like,
my
put some money together.
By the way, I'm married. Hi, Matt. Sorry. And I will leave you for a billionaire.
So listen, you know, Jim, you probably know me best on this panel, and so you already know where I probably stand on this. I don't like this. And you
absolutely.
knew. He knew I wasn't going to like this.
You are a family woman. You're a mother. You're a wife.
This is not my cup of tea at all. I think it sets a very, very bad precedent. I don't like the TikTok that she did, telling young women, young people where to go to, you know, basically get a sugar daddy. I think you're starting off on the wrong foot.
I want to point out that the one person on this panel I thought would use the term sugar daddy was not you.
Oh.
I didn't bank on you saying that just because.
I mean,
Stop making eye contact
I was
with
going to
me.
say, I noticed that Sarah's like her eyebrow furrowed a little. Like he's talking about.
Listen, at least 3 times a segment, he just like glances, and I'm like, please, dear God.
I will say though, if this is like for professional reasons, like she also threw in a line in there saying like you can go to these clubs and these people might invest in your business or you can network. Okay, that's fine. But if you're going to find love, I think this is just a bad mistake.
Oh, I didn't hear the words love.
Oh, right.
Ever.
Okay. I'm being nice about it. If you're going to find...
I think of it as the business of my life. You
Right.
can invest in that.
There you go.
Give me an Hermes, like just pay for some nice dinners, don't show up.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. I'm here
about
for
me.
all.
You're
Where
investing-
on K Street?
Yeah. All right, it's time to talk talk about the global vice president for gum and mints at Mars Incorporated. She says she did it. She's come up with a master plan to get people chewing gum again. Forget the whole breath freshening thing. That's old news. You really should be chewing gum to relieve stress and boost your concentration. So, Tamo, you ever feel overwhelmed and think to yourself, you know, I could really use some gum right now?
No, but I talk for a living, as do you, and so I know when I have hot breath. I think I actually do right now. I had some kimchi for lunch.
Wow.
I know I went all in. It's like fish sauce. So no, I don't chew gum for concentration. I don't.
I'm just trying to see if I can get a whiff of it.
Are you going to throw? You think
No, I don't.
Hop. First time I've ever caught anything in my life.
Oh,
Thank you.
That's not yours either.
No.
No, okay.
But I will.
Thanks, Joanne.
I will
Can I
eat
steal one too?
Yeah, a stranger's gum all day long.
What is happening?
I need to concentrate.
Well, we need to know that their ploy to get us to buy more gum is working.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be to energize and help me concentrate.
You know, they've had like through the years, because I used to chew gum all the time, and I'd buy the bulk packs at Sam's Club or something like that, and they, I was always Winter Fresh. That was my go-to for a long time.
Same.
Big Red, and then they
Big
sort of
Red?
Yes.
Are you 90?
Is that the one with the cinnamon?
Yes.
Yes, the one that tastes like the toothpaste.
It's wonderful.
It's delightful.
I think that's like one of the best
Why
gum
would you do that to
flavors
yourself?
out there.
Well, but I don't do it anymore, and I think part of it, I didn't really see any stress relief or anything. I just did it for the breath purposes. So I don't necessarily. The idea, I can do a piece of gum in my mouth for about 5 minutes, and I get bored and either swallow it or spit it out.
So,
Yeah.
I did chew gum once upon a time. I did also like Big Red. I chewed gum for the flavor. As I got older and started navigating different spaces professionally, it felt rude to chew gum.
Smacking the
and so
gum.
I found myself chewing gum less and less and less and less. And here I am trying to even remember when is the last time I had a piece of gum?
This is so embarrassing, but when I was on Capitol Hill, I just kind of needed something because I come off as very anxious, which I am all the time. But I would drink a lot of coffee, and I was like, I can't focus, et cetera, et cetera. I would go through, I'm not even joking you, a pack of gum a day.
Oh,
just for
wow.
that. Yeah.
Like, are we talking like
No, like 5.
Really?
Did you feel
my
okay?
goodness.
Oh, the aspartame kind of bothered my stomach after a while,
Yeah.
but I've been doing this since I was in high school. I was the new kid, and I knew nobody there. So I decided, hey, Dad, go to Sam's Club, buy me some gum. I would bring in a new pack of gum every single day just to make friends.
Really?
Hey,
Smart.
It is.
Smart girl.
Need some
And then
gum? Need
I was
some gum?
nominated for homecoming court senior year. 3 years of
And
this.
you know how she did it? Through the great taste of Trident. Or whatever. What was your go-to gum, though? Did you have a preference?
Orbit or
Orbits, yeah, that was always a popular
5.
one.
Ooh, but I like the Mentos in the plastic container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go work for them.
I should, but I like sitting here with you guys.
Does the gum lobby need somebody on Capitol Hill? I mean, that could be you.
I know. Look at these white teeth.
There you go. All right, we want to know what you think about this one. Go to fox5dc.com/lion or scan that QR code on your screen right now to cast your vote. Chewing gum to relieve stress. We're going to talk about that and more. Stick around. We're back on Fox 5's Like It or Not on this Friday night. Stick around. Welcome back. This is the inaugural season for the PWHL, the Professional Women's Hockey League. 6 teams in total, 3 teams in Canada, 3 in the U.S., and there are a lot of rules that make this league different than other pro leagues around. Most notably, body checking is allowed, which means, yes, the pushing, the shoving, the pulling, the colliding, those big hits to separate the other person from the puck, it's totally fine. Tamo, it's rare in the world of women's hockey, but then again, we're talking equality today. Should it be?
I feel like women should be able to do whatever they want to do. I just don't want to do that.
That's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
But that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating because this is something for years there's been talk about. We've talked about Title IX. That's a big discussion right now on Capitol Hill. But in terms of giving women more opportunities in sports, and you know what? If the rules are going to be, I think this is great, and you don't have to engage in it. But I also feel like it's one of those things that you're going to get the pressure to do that.
Yeah, listen, I like this, and even though you don't have to engage in it, you better be ready for it, right? So, you know, it's been happening in men's hockey for decades upon decades, and now, you know, it'll happen in women's hockey, and this may be what allows this league to stick around a little bit longer than some of the previous women's women's hockey league.
And how many of these girls grew up playing hockey with their brothers and their family?
Yeah,
like,
that's a good
that
point.
is a huge thing. I grew up playing field hockey and lacrosse, so I'm not afraid to like shove someone.
You
Really?
manhandle me every time you see me. You check me into the
I do.
lockers or whatever here.
It just terrifies me. My
Same.
loud bark, no bite. I'm like, don't
Also,
hit
just
me.
the teeth thing.
Oh, to be clear, I wouldn't want to do it.
I wasn't sure because I was like, okay, like respect.
Right.
I don't know if I would watch it, but I'd support them and
Yeah,
like
of
follow them on
course.
Instagram. They're gonna get good brand deals.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love, because right now, as we've been talking about Caitlin Clark in Iowa and getting all these deals, and for the first time, you're going to have a woman who, I think, really, she is the one college basketball player that everybody's talking about this season. I don't think, I mean, clearly there are talented guys on the men's side of things, but it's all about Caitlin Clark.
Thank God.
So
honestly, it's time. I mean, we've had amazing athletes forever. I mean, look at Simone Biles too, like young women. But to see this like on the greater stage for March Madness season, and it's a woman.
And this is not about like being woke or any false equality. I mean, this is something women deserve these opportunities as well. You don't have to partake in it, but it's there.
We deserve to have the same opportunities in the same stage. If it's something that we want to actively engage in, we should be given the platform to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's really refreshing to see that even in an arena that might feel like the most untraditional, that's even more of why it's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we're more than a full weekend of March, so let's go ahead and get our required monthly check-in with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce out of the way now. We're going to take you to Singapore, the latest show on the Eras Tour. Travis was seen in this video dancing along to the song, "Look What You Made Me Do."
Please stop.
Those were my moves.
The Swifties are all about this video, fawning over what a supportive boyfriend Travis is. Others can't focus on anything but the dance moves, or dad moves as they are. So, Sarah, are the moves really that bad?
Yes, but I love it. I'm so here for this. This is the kind of energy I need for someone dating Taylor Swift. I mean, remember what's his face? Joe.
Which
What's
one?
his
There's a
face?
whole list.
Okay, that is not fair. But the last guy she dated, he literally hid and like dragged her into a car.
He was an actor, right?
Yeah, Joe Alwyn, I think.
That's it, yeah.
F-list actor. But
Yeah.
this is just so endearing. Like, I love the Kelce brothers. I wish Jason was there, just like partying along with them. But
I think they're solid dance moves. He had a little rhythm. I noticed the rhythm, less of the, I mean,
I didn't notice the rhythm. I didn't notice that the dance moves were good, but I love Travis and I love Taylor, and I love that he flew all the way to Singapore to be at her concert.
justice for
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Listen, and that he didn't care and he was dancing and he looked like he was having a good time. I just love the way they are supporting each other, right?
Yeah.
Publicly as well.
I think, by the way, and I mentioned this on the show before, but the one day my sister and I were talking about the Kelce brothers, and my mom just casually works into the conversation that she listens to their podcast, which blew my mind. 'Cause,
Wow.
A, I didn't know my mom knew what a podcast was. And true to form, like a couple of weeks later, I'm back home, and she clearly didn't have her hearing aids in at 8 in the morning, because I'm hearing loud voice like, what is Jason Kelce doing in the kitchen? She's listening to the podcast on YouTube, but she's watching it nevertheless. I think I love what they've created, because they're, first of all, they're very accessible. They're also it doesn't feel artificial
And
either.
they're fine.
Right, exactly.
Okay, that's how Mom found out about the podcast. The two hunky brothers together. She's like, I'll figure it out. Give me the iPad.
Well, Jason's the family man. Yeah. But I started listening to the podcast.
And now
too
Travis
myself.
is about to be.
Well,
Fingers crossed.
no, wait, I'm sorry. By the way, I felt like that was sexist intruding in your spot here on International Women's Day. Your theory, which still has not been proven true yet.
That they've secretly married.
So-
according to Sarah.
that they were already engaged. Not
Okay.
the married thing, but here's the
Engaged.
problem. The first time I was on the show and we talked about this theory,
gasped.
putting the tin hat back on. But I got a few DMs on Twitter saying, hey, her publicist is going to go after you for this, so you need to stop talking about it.
Wow.
Did you have any intel?
No, I'm just really good at this.
Okay.
Just kidding, no, I'm not.
But I would, and you know what? I wouldn't put it past, because I know somebody who once reported some Taylor Swift news that was not in the public domain yet, but proved to be true, and the publicist did do some.
She's a rock star.
You know, that's what it's all about. Still to come
be
here.
continued.
You probably remember her from the Spider-Man movies. She's been acting since she was a kid, but not much lately. We'll tell you who when we come right back here on Fox5's Like It or Not. So we, you know, it was. It was.
Here comes the Spider-Man.
We're having a debate right now. Do we want to go with Kirsten Dunst or Kirsten Dunst?
I believe it's Kirsten.
Let's say Kirsten.
Kirsten Dunst. We'll go with the news lady. Kirsten Dunst opening up about her real-life experience with ageism in Hollywood. The 41-year-old actress saying she hasn't worked in 2 years because every role she was being offered was the sad mom, saying that she had no problem doing another superhero movie because of the pay. So, Tisha, what do you think about this one? I mean, here's somebody who was really on top of the world for a good stretch of time in her
A while. My generation.
Yeah.
Kirsten. Listen, so I get it, and I like that she was so transparent and very honest. She said she wants to play a superhero role because she wants the money. She also says she has 2 children that she's taking care of, along with taking care of her family member. I believe it was her mother.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a whole lot of money in superhero films, and so get the bag. So I get it.
I feel like she's getting the role, or I feel like the roles that used to come her way are now going Emma Stone's way. And I think when they first came on the scene, the two of them, I really could, they were both the cute redheaded actresses out there. But I like Kirsten Dunst. I think that she brings up a good point here.
I see it from the financial perspective, but I also would like to see her. I mean, the sad mom, it doesn't always have to be that narrative.
Sure.
But I'd like to see her in some more maybe emotional, adult, mature.
Yeah.
Because that is where we are too as fans of hers that have grown up with her. It's like, I'd like to see you in like something I can really relate to.
By the way, this is her husband, Jesse Plemons, and he's been in a bunch of things as well. And I didn't know that they were married. But it's funny because when you look at the two of them, she does not look 41 years old, but he certainly, I think,
she looks fantastic.
Looks like she looks great. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me?
Well, I want to get your take on this one.
Oh, sorry. I spaced
When I
out there.
make eye contact with you, that's no, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything.
No,
like
it's
that.
okay. It's just really awesome because she looks so much younger than she is.
She
You'd think
does,
like
yeah.
maybe 30. I had no idea that she was that old.
Yeah.
But she's just like
That
Wait a minute.
That old, 41.
Let's pump the brakes.
Ancient.
Can I go home now? Bring in the panda.
Good callback on that one
I
there.
thought about coming on wearing a panda suit.
I got
we have one
filled
here?
in the green room.
The
I'm like,
punctuality
that
panda.
is awesome.
It's one of my favorite
I'm still
things.
so mad at you for that.
Why? It wasn't me.
It was bad.
They did it for me too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, we did. Yeah.
Texted me and he's like, he did it to Tisha. And I'm like,
All right. When we come back here, we're going to head to the kitchen and head back in time. A trip to the pantry 25 years ago when we come right back. Now, I will say this. On International Women's Day, ending in the kitchen, Corey, come on.
Corey.
Welcome back. A new study looking at the Google search data for nostalgic snacks, the foods from back in the day that are still on our minds. Topping the list, Dunkaroos, which had a comeback recently, followed by Oreo Cakesters, Bagel Bites, because when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Tab Soda, the original diet soda, Fruitopia, Crystal Pepsi, and Kudos granola bars. So, Tamo, any foods from your youth missing on that list?
The shark gummies. What were those called? Shark bites?
Shark bites, yeah.
Oh my gosh, when you would get the white one, it was a little bit spongier.
That's true.
That was the best.
I remember that one.
Cracker Jacks.
Really?
Yes.
They're not as accessible as they used to be. They're still out there.
Are
but you
they?
can't. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
But the thing is, the thing about Cracker Jack is you used to get like an actual little surprise
toy
inside.
at the bottom.
Now it's like, here's a QR code to play some dumb game on your phone. It's like, that's not what I want.
Remember when you would get the press-on tattoo, and then your parents would be like, you can't put that on?
Yes,
And like,
I do remember that, yes.
My dad hated those, and my sister would put them on.
Hey.
Hey,
Do you remember any of these?
I do. No, I was thinking
we're
about
ancient.
this. I was thinking. Okay, I'm gone. No shade. No, so I think about this from like a different perspective because I'm gluten-free and dairy-free now. So I look at a lot of
That's why you're so
stuff
much
like
fun.
that.
Go ahead. I won't interrupt you.
Anymore. Okay, so I miss a lot of stuff. Like it's all nostalgic to me, like because I can't have the good stuff. So I just have like the Paleo Whole30. That's still really good.
Yeah.
But I miss those soda drink things that were in a wax bottle and you had to like open the top.
Oh, those were.
Oh, what happened to those?
Were those the squeezes?
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
It was, I think, it was like Betty Crocker made them. But I will say the one thing that I liked, they were Micro Magic French fries. We'd come home after school. Do you remember those?
Absolutely not.
They were like it was a little cardboard box, and there were little compartments, and there was a fry in each compartment. You would put that in the microwave. It would crisp each fry individually. Then you turn it over, dump the fries out, and then eat them out of the
Were
box.
these sold nationwide?
As far as I know, they
Making
were.
stuff up. This is what it's
I've
a Pittsburgh
never-
treat.
Micro Magic
I wish.
French fries.
I have never heard of this. And if they
Ever.
were Pittsburgh, it's all I would do. I will buy stock in it. I will bring it back. Make it
individual
gluten-free.
French
Too many
fry?
people burnt their mouths, and that's probably why. We asked you, what do you think about chewing gum to relieve stress? And 45% of you like it, 55% of you don't. And that's our poll question tonight. Tamo, when can people hear you on the airwaves?
Right after Elliot in the morning, weekdays until 3 p.m.
On DC 101. And we'll see you back here very soon, I hope.
I hope so.
And Tisha and I will be back tonight at 10 and 11. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you.